Yeah, so like I was saying, the guys that can turn your picture into like a magazine cover. I'm like, nigga, please. He like, he could give me like a 5x7 or a 4x5. I don't really know. The ones that's like, where the heck is the picture at? Ah, here it go. The ones that's like, yeah, I think it's a 4x6. The one that's about the size of this box for $10, and then one that's about the size of this book for $20. I'm like, who the hell y'all think y'all playing with? Do you not know I can go Photoshop me a magazine cover for free? What I look like paying you $10 for that? So then I'm like, okay, whatever, whatever, keep it pushing. So, mind you, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking, Times Square is like, the 42nd Street is, city that never sleeps. Everything stays open for, I know they're the closing time, but I thought everything stays open at least to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, maybe I was just being slow. I just wasn't thinking. But I'm thinking everything at least stay open to 2 o'clock because it's Times Square, like it's New York City. I didn't know that everything closes around 12 o'clock. So we were looking around. We like, damn, ain't nothing else to do. We went out to eat. But people, like, back to the going out to eat situation. If I would have knew it was gonna cost us $188 to eat, like, oh, like from my girl, um, from my guy Quadir to Maya, no Tino Shay, but I would have went to mother frickin' Dave and Buster's and had a party. I'm sorry, y'all. Hello? Nothing. I'm calling you right back. No. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm so sorry, but everybody just keep picking up my phone, and I think I'm just about to turn this off while I'm doing this video because I feel like I'm being real rude to y'all, my viewers. But anyway, like, if I really would have known it would have cost that much, I would have went to Dave and Buster's to where 8 people to where we all would have just paid $20 a piece. And you could have. I think they got that $15 eat and play for thing. Like, come on, I wanted to pay that much, but wanting to go to Dave and Buster's, like I meant Dave and Buster's, wanting to go to BBQs so bad. Everybody's like, oh, it's not expensive. It's not expensive. Yeah, it's not expensive to get all added up, whatever the case may be. But anyway, yo, so we get on the train, people, and it is this guy on the train. And this Negro, this train roach, this humbumpkin is on the train sleep. And I didn't know he was asleep, so I sat next to him. And he just keep leaning to the side, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this nigga? I look, this nigga drooling up a storm. He's knocked out. But he's leaning the other way. So I'm like, as long as it doesn't bother me, I'll just keep sitting here. So the train stops. You know how when you knocked out, like you sort of like realize you sit below, you move your head. And he started leaning to my side. So it's this guy to my right, and the guy that's asleep is to my left. So I'm all trying to lean over the guy that's on my right because I'm trying not to get drooled on. Like, I don't know if this guy has herpes, TB, or whatever the case may be. I'm not trying to catch that. So I'm like, everybody's like laughing at me. Like, all my friends are laughing at me. And nobody wanted to change seats with me. I'm like, y'all really gonna have me sitting next to this humbumpkin on my birthday to where he could drool on me and his acid drool can rip my skin apart? No. So I'm trying to be polite and wake this guy up because, one, I don't know if this guy's gonna miss his stop. I don't know what his stop is. I'm like, sir, I don't know if he probably thought I was somebody that worked for the train or whatever, but he didn't wake up. So everybody's like, oh my God, Kiki, wake him up, wake him up. I'm like, I tried. I done did my duties for the month. I'm done. Leave me alone. So I'm tapping the guy on my right side, like, oh my god, can we please change seats? Please, it's my birthday. I'm scared I'm going to get drooled on. So the guy's just laughing. So my cousin asked the guy next to her if he can move over so I could get next to him. Do y'all know this old Temptation lookalike, ragged bum humpkin, talking about no? I'm like, it ain't like she asked you to stand up. She just asked you, can you politely scoot to the side so I can sit next to her? He talking about no. I'm like, she like, you know what? I'm about to get rude and ghetto on this bitch. Cause you know what? I tried to be polite and ask these mother freaking Mr. Ed lookalikes, can they scoot to the side? And they're just gonna sit there. I'm like, it's okay, Jazz. Don't pay him no mind. Whatever. He don't want to move. He don't have to move. It's not, no, it's not mandatory that he moves. I just thought, since he's a man, the polite thing would be to do is like, okay, honey, you can sit here. And he's seen the situation that I was in. Like, nigga, damsel in distress? What the hell? Like, come on. Be courteous about the situation. It's like I said, it's not like nobody was asking you to stand up. And then what made me so mad, he only had 2 stops on the train. So even if you did have to stand up, you want to switch seats with me, even though I'm about to get drooled on by this camel horse looking thing? By this Billy Swamp goat looking mother rucker? Like, are you serious? People, I was just so like, oh my god. I'm like, this is how New York people act. I'm so glad I do not live in the city, because I cannot handle this attitude. It was too much attitude for me. No thank you, I do not need it. So anyway, this guy is trying to drool on me, and I'm just like, oh my god, I need to get out of here. So we get off the train, we walk into the bus, we're waiting for the bus, I would say for about good 20-30 minutes. Not even 30 minutes, that's like over exaggerating, for a good 15-20 minutes. So we're all just real tired, and previously in the night we was on the bus and we met this guy, and he was so polite. I actually am supposed to go on Facebook and add him because he gave us his Facebook. Like, he's real polite. He actually bought me a bottle for my birthday, anything I wanted. I didn't want to like go in there and like start getting crazy, because you know some people, when they know somebody else is gonna pay for it, they're like gonna go for the most expensive thing. I tried to go for something reasonable. I'm like, if I wouldn't buy it, I wouldn't make you buy it. That's how I feel, and that's what happened. He bought me a nice bottle of green apple Smirnoff, and I was happy with that. I took 2 sips out of it this morning, but that was really it. Like, it wasn't nothing too serious. But anyway, we were all just like want to drink, and everything. But by the time we got home, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's tight, and I think I twisted my ankle because my ankle was like bothering me. So I felt bad because my 3 cousins and their friend walked home. Me, my cousin, and 2 of my friends caught a cab because we all lived in the same area, but the 4 of us that was in the cab lived closer together than they did to us. So, but them heifers was some fast ass walkers, because even though with the cab they got further than we did, like even though we surpassed them, they got further than we did, because them heifers be trooping it. And yes, I'm a big girl, I don't mind saying that. I get a ride a lot of places. I don't walk a lot of places like I used to, but but my ankle was like really hurting me, and I really could not walk. But so this morning I wake up and I'm counting my money to see how much money I had. So I wake up, count my money. I'm like, all right, $200. I'm like, $200. I could have sworn I had. No, first I thought I had 210. Then I recount. I'm like, all right, $200. So I'm adding up everything, and I'm like, wait, my money not looking right. I'm like, all right. When I came from school, I had about $130 from school. And then I'm like, I had about another $160 from the money I got after I came home from my family. So I'm missing $4.50. So I'm like, where is my $4.50? I want to know what my $4.50 is. My friend She's like the one that had started arguing with my cousin. She's like, "Are you seriously getting crazy over $4.50?" I'm like, "Yes," because I want to know where my money went, and I started adding everything up. I'm like, my transportation was me and my cousin's transportation was $9. I paid $60 for our food. I paid $13 for our transportation home. No, I paid $10 for our transportation home, a dollar finger tissue, and a dollar Arizona iced tea. That's $13. And then I paid $10 for our cab home. Altogether, I spent $92 that day. So where is my $4.50? I want to know what my $4.50 was. And then I called my cousin. I'm like, yo, how much money did I spend yesterday? And she helped me calculate it over the phone. And I'm like, girl, I'm missing $4.50. She like, Kiki, it's just $4.50. It's just $4.50 to you. That $4.50 could have went to buy me some breakfast. That $4.50 could have went to buy me some lunch. That $4.50 gas is $4.19. Some places $4.05 if you're lucky. That could have went to my mother's truck. Got her a little gallon of gas. Gas is too expensive. That I want my $4.50. Where is my $4.50? Then I was even madder because when we went out last night, I forgot my little cousin had $100 on her. Cause when we went out to eat, she only pulled out a good $45. That little trick, you know who you are. I want my money from you too, and I want to know where my $4.50 went. Cause I'm like, where did it go? I carefully added up everything, and I'm like, you know what? My $4.50 don't show up. It's gonna get turned up in this piece. I'm gonna have to get my raisins, slice dice, and the cutting tricks, cause I worked hard for my money, honey. Please. I'm like, everybody's like, Kiki, calm down. It's just $4.50. Like, even though it's a funny situation, because everybody's like, oh my God, is she really sitting here wondering where $4.50 is? Yes. I wouldn't like when you want to know. That for what? See, you don't pay $4.50 no more. It's gonna turn into $10. You don't pay that $10 no more. It's gonna turn into 30, and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna nip it in the butt while I still can. Where is my money? Can I have my money? Can I have my money, please? Even if I didn't work for it, it's my birthday. I got it. I want it. Where's my money at? So anyway, people, I bought me some Chinese food, and then the Chinese food guy came, and he like, no tip. I said, don't drink and drive. There you go. He like, you supposed to give a tip. I said, well, if I didn't have to give a $22.85 tip yesterday, maybe you would have had a tip today. But obviously, you can't, because I had to pay $22.85 yesterday. And then, maybe if my $4.50 didn't go missing, miraculously evaporated into air, maybe you could have had a tip. But until I get my $4.50, won't be no tipping over here. No thank you, sir. But I'm home now. Had another slice of cake. Watching my movie. Deuce.